he at? Dog pound, turn up with the elf up on my starter cap. Brought him back, boy, we from the land and we proud of that. Louder man, front to the back, here we go, I got him shouting that. Here we go, brownies. Here we go. Here we go, brownies. Here we go, brownies. Here we go, brownies. Let's go. Game on the line, Joe Thomas, I promise. Jim Brown running through opponents, how I got this. I return like Josh Cripps. Hand for the mini, got the dog pound jumping. Here we go, brownies. Here we go. Here we go, brownies. Here we go, brownies. Stand up. Here we go, brownies. Let's go.
Cleveland! This is for you! This is for you!
To the Cleveland Browns game.
Oh, goodness. You're on mute, Dustin.
Welcome to the Here We Go Brownies podcast, guys. Let's do another episode with this Browns episode. Obviously, quite the loss today. But let's give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Mr. Hero.
Mr. Hero's turning 60. We're proud to have served your favorite cravings for 60 years in celebrating what we do best. Thanks, Ohio. I crave a hero.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us for the Here We Go Brownies podcast. If you hear that, sound back, I'm not sure what that is. Hopefully that won't be too much, but I hear kind of an echo on my end. But yeah, what a crazy loss for the Cleveland Browns. 31-29. We are excited to have Jan join the show today. We got to do some tailgating, enjoy the game. But tell us a little bit about your experience. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I always say the Cleveland Browns are undefeated at tailgating and randomness. But tell us about your experience.
Honestly, I couldn't agree more. They are absolutely amazing at tailgating. That's the one thing I will say about our fans. We show up, we show out, and we're great at that. The experience was amazing per usual. I always enjoy going down to the tailgate. That's probably one of my highlights, honestly, at this point, because you go to the game and you don't know what to expect. Well, you kind of do, but you hope for better. And, here we are with another devastating loss.
So let's get into it. Cleveland Browns lost today. I mean, at some point, we were down. Touchdowns. I thought the game was over. And then Shedeur does something that I did not would do today. But let's talk about that. He comes back. He has 364 yards passing. By the way, there's only 10 or 11 quarterbacks in Browns history that have done that ever. And I like to share this stat. It's very interesting. You probably didn't know this either. Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders joined Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback in the 2000s, so the last 25 years, with 4 completions of 50 yards or more, which we know he'd get the ball down the field. He spreads the field in his first 3 career starts. That's crazy.
Wow, that's amazing. That's crazy.
I mean, that is insane. For not practicing with the ones pretty much all year. I mean, let's just put that out there. For him to be sitting on the bench this long is kind of baffling me. The more and more I see of him, it also baffles me that he was taken in the 5th round of the NFL draft. In a lost season, we can call this a lost season for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Imagine if he would have started from week 1. That's crazy. Like, where would he be?
We probably would be seeing something totally different now, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I'm assuming he wasn't the starter because he needed to develop. He has some raw talent, but now that we've seen that raw talent develop over multiple games now, he's just getting better and more confident, right? So,
Yeah.
I said this: I don't want to draft a quarterback next year. Leave him in. I mean, let him cook.
Yeah.
I might say, right? Let's see how he does. You've been at every Shedeur game now. What's your take?
Yeah.
And also watching it, obviously with his first career start against the Las Vegas Raiders. What are you seeing from him based on his development?
I mean, honestly, I was watching Shedeur in college. So when he fell to the 5th round, that was just mind blowing to me. But when I seen him in college, I already felt like I knew what to expect when I seen him get out there. But as you said, he didn't have much practice with the one. So, when he first came in, it was a little shaky. But I always knew we would see what we seen today. I knew that was coming. And of course, it just takes time to develop and, get into that rhythm with the players. So as he started to get into it, it was like, yeah, this is exactly what I knew was coming. But I walked out of that game today and I was like, as you said, I don't think we need another quarterback. Honestly, get some more good guys around him to really, help with the O-line and everything else that we need out there. Yeah. I won't speak to too much other things, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, and if you look where he's doing and excelling, like with Fannin and some of these other rookies that he played with, in camp, that's where his confidence has come from. Him and Fannin have been fantastic on the field this last few games, and just that confidence and connection that he's getting now with Judkins, him comfortable in the backfield, Dylan Sampson, and these guys. You're right, man. If we had a couple other good wide receivers, like some like legit vertical threat wide receivers, like I said before this season happened. I mean, okay, we got Joe Flacco, we got Kenny Pickett, we've got Dylan Gabriel, and now we have Shedeur Sanders. If somehow we hit the lottery with our 5th round pick, and he's the guy, then we're doing good because. Watson has a huge contract, so we're kind of strangled from a contract standpoint with $50 million. He's a $3 million contract. He's a rookie, so if he actually does well, then you can put all the talent around him and spend the money because he's not going to need a big contract for a few years, and then we can stop chasing quarterbacks in drafts year after year after year after year. So that's my kind of 2 cents. Let's give a couple quick shout outs to some of our sponsors. Stadium Mustard. That's right. If you haven't had it, the iconic Stadium Mustard from ballparks to everywhere, including Huntington Field Stadium. Get your Stadium Mustard. And if you don't have it or they don't have it in your local establishment or grocery store, ask for it. Say, hey, I want some Stadium Mustard. But if you don't live in the Cleveland area or you just want it in your home, go to stadiummustard.com. They can actually ship it to your house and you can have it in your fridge as soon as this week. Another quick shout out to our friends over at We Bleed Ohio. That's right, We Bleed Ohio. These guys actually make our gear and do all the cool gear. So our Here We Go Brownies t-shirts and our Here We Go Brownies hoodies from our friends at We Bleed Ohio. And then, of course, that's right. If win or lose and you need a cocktail, check out Lake Erie Distillery. That's right, Lake Erie Distillery in Willoughby, Ohio. Ask for it at your local distillery. They have some amazing things like dill pickle vodka, Burning River cinnamon whiskey, and a bunch of amazing bourbons that you can check out and enjoy. And then, by the way, we were talking about it today. Our friends at Primetime Sports. That's right, Primetime Sports. They were down at the stadium today. By the way, they have a smoking hot deal where you can get a framed jersey and a mini helmet in the bag for $150. So that is actually a signed jersey and a signed actual mini helmet for $150 with some great players in that mystery bag. So you may want to check that out. And we'll give another shout out, of course, to our other sponsor, Crystal Giantoni. That's right. She is the best in the business here in Cleveland, Ohio. That's Crystal Giantoni. If you're looking for some real estate and you're looking to maybe do some investment real estate, reach out to her at 216-215-6663. She's with the eXp Realty Group. But if you're looking also for rentals, she can help you with that, in addition to any of your real estate needs here in Northeast Ohio. She's the best in the business. So yeah, let's get into the nuts and bolts of this game. I didn't think the Browns could lose this game, but they did.
Yeah.
So let's talk some stats. So let's go into. I just want to go into a couple stats from this game. So obviously the score was 31-29, but let's just pull some of these stats real quick. One thing the one thing that bugged me the most about this game is the one thing that we rely on most, and that is the Browns defense. So that's one thing that we can talk about, but they are usually kind of the strength of this team. And basically what we kind of lean on as a franchise. So Cam Ward, I'd like to talk a little bit about him and get your opinion. Obviously, he was the number one quarterback drafted in all of this draft. He was 14-28 today and only 117 yards. So not even a really good day for him in the big scope here. A lot was made out of him coming out of the draft. Number one, was he the guy? Based on what I saw today, Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward. Shedeur Sanders was the better quarterback today on the field.
Absolutely. Looking at those numbers side by side definitely put things into perspective. And it just continues to show the numbers don't lie. I mean, what we've continued to see from Shedeur's numbers just week after week is that the numbers don't lie. He proves to be the better quarterback.
Yeah, and let's be completely transparent. Like this is a game where and Cam Ward's been starting all year. I mean, he's been basically starting most of the year. The Titans have fired their coach. They now have an interim head coach. But I want to speak to this, and I think this is probably the Achilles that Tony Pollard, 25 carries a day, 164 yards rushing. That's really where the Browns lost this football game today, other than some of the obviously turnovers. But you can't allow somebody to come into Cleveland Browns Stadium where we're, top 5 against the run and let somebody rush for 161 yards. Like that's insane. Like that's going to put you on your heels. You've watched this defense. We'll get into it. Miles got another sack today to get him to 20, and now he just needs 3 to break the record. What did you think of the defense today? It wasn't like a normal, type of day at the office for the Browns defense.
Yeah, no, it was a lot different than what we've seen. I mean, we've been seeing them win the games. So it was different out there today. I mean, all around just different than what we've seen. But I wanted to see Miles actually break that record today, but it was just very different than what we've seen.
Yeah, it was crazy. Thanks, Joe. It was nice to meet you as well. Let's talk about this. Joe brings up a really good point here. And I can't make sense of this. The blocked punt. So the kicker, Bojorquez, was literally kicking, and he kicks right into the guy. I don't know if you saw that, Jan, but he kicked it right into the guy. If a guy's coming straight at me, I mean, pretty much you're going to try to side kick it, or try to avoid.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was looking for – maybe roughing the kicker or something, because I just don't know and I know things happen quick in a game, but that guy's coming right at you and the ball is there. I think you kind of almost have to run and do a squib kick or something like that. What did you make of that? Because I was kind of like, okay, but again, we're going to get into this. The special teams has been, I mean, it's been atrocious, but
for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, give me your take on that, Jan, especially with the way that he just kicked right into that guy. Like I couldn't make sense of it.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't either. It was just we see a lot of this happening. I find myself saying oftentimes, too many times watching these games, what was that? Honestly, that's literally all I can say is what was that? And it just continues to happen. And I feel like you said, there could have been a way to kick it in a different way, but I don't know. I'm often confused at what I'm watching, and I'm like, what was that?
Well, that's special teams. There were some things today that I just saw from a special team standpoint where they were out of sync, out of rhythm. And here's the thing. The NFL is all about watching tape. So these players with their coaches during the week watch tape to position where these. I mean, at this point in the season, what the Tennessee Titans do on special teams, on punt and kickoff returns, you kind of know who's going to be out there. And I've just seen more and more just blown coverages. I went to the Jets game where there was a kickoff and a punt return for a touchdown. That was wild. Last week, they run it all the way back. How does Bubba Ventrone have a job as a special teams coordinator?
Yeah.
Kind of drastic, because this is a problem.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think,
I
Al?
mean, we're definitely going to need to see something done, especially with special teams. I mean, and last week's game even showed that too. Just looking at how things went last week from this and to this week. I mean, we've got some work to do. There needs to be some serious cleanup, honestly, if you ask me. But that's,
Right.
that's what I was saying. But yeah.
Right.
It's been very
this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's funny, Brian. I like your thought there, Brian. So yeah, let's get into this. By the way, guys, not to do something crazy, but I'm going to go over here. My battery's dying, so keep talking, Jan. I'm just moving over here. You're good.
Oh yeah. No, I was just saying, just last week we seen the special teams just completely is we need work there. Like, there needs to be work. There needs to be, like I said, I was just saying, like, clean up shop. Yeah, it's just I like I said, a lot of the times I'm like, what was that? Like, we're thinking we're right there on the line. Like, we could have won. We could have won today. And
look at some of these
taken out
guys.
of the game.
I mean, I know a lot of people were leaving for the gates early in this game, and then they came back. But there's been a lot said of do we need a coaching change at this point? I think a lot of people made the comment, kind of, if you lose this game, is it time for a coaching change? Like, this is the worst team in the National Football League. They came in with one win. Just not a very good football team. Yeah, I mean, and then we had 3, obviously, and we were favored by, 4 or 5 in this game. It's insane to me. Like, what happened in this game? Like, it's just, it's so frustrating to continue to watch week after week after week. And I have to feel some things have to be changed in this organization. Probably not from Andrew Berry, but at least from a coaching staff. I think there has to be in. Allie and I have talked about this, and this, Jan, like anywhere you work or whatever, some things just reach an end. Well, you just need different culture, different people in there running the business, to where it's just too static at some point.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm not opposed to this, promoting Schwartz. Obviously he's got the defense going where they need to go, but I mean, let's take some of the positives today away. Myles Garrett gets his 20th sack. I mean, that's a good positive out of this. I think I wanted 4. I mean, I'm selfish. I want 4 sacks to be able to see him.
We gotta take what we can get, Dustin.
Now the ball. Well, that's how about like 10 more wins then? No, just kidding. But true, the Browns are going to go on the road now to Chicago. I don't think Myles, that's 3 sacks you got to get there. So maybe he doesn't, but maybe he comes back against the Bills and Josh Allen and gets the record. But, Myles Schlesinger was all over the ball again today. I mean, there were some highlights of these guys that are going to be good, but I can't take away from what Shedeur Sanders did today. Like, yes, he made some mistakes, but he didn't lose you. He didn't lose you the game, right? He didn't lose you this football game. He put it all out there today.
364 passing yards and then 3 touchdowns.
And 3 touchdowns and his own rushing touchdown. So that's 4 touchdowns on that. That's insane, right? Like we haven't seen that since, I think, Jameis Winston a couple of years ago on at the game against Denver, right? And again, Joe, you bring up a really good point. yeah, the kid, he had no time today. We know how bad the offensive line is playing today. I mean, in general,
Yeah.
how this offensive line is not a good offensive line at this point. The guys that were great at one time, are out, or we kind of have a mixed bag of guys in there. So yeah, it's not a very good offensive line. So
Yeah.
again, but you know what I did see today from Shedeur that I really appreciated from a quarterback? He was able to roll out under pressure, get his wide receivers some time to get open and make a play. And you know what? That's
Yeah.
all I can ask of my quarterback. I mean,
Yeah,
you've watched, some
absolutely.
football. What
Mhm.
would you be some of the key takeaways you take from this game today, like in general?
I mean, absolutely. Like what we've seen with Shador is continued to improve week over week, and I mean, I am very proud of that. I'm very happy about that. That had me feeling great about this team and what we can do. So like seeing his progression in just what 3.5 games has been absolutely amazing. And for a while, Miles has continued to do his thing. Miles has continued to, continue to stack up those sacks. So, I mean, we've got some good guys on this team. Um,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
just
there's
about,
to your point. Yeah, I mean, you bring up a good point. If we're talking about Myles Garrett, we got to talk about the play of Mason Graham, our first round draft
Mhm.
pick that has been able to bull rush up the middle of that defense and put pressure for the outside for, obviously Myles Garrett to become free because that interior, offensive is collapsing. So I think that's interesting where he's had more opportunities in the past where he hasn't been able to do that because he's double or triple team because people want to
Mhm.
stop him. Quick shout out to our friends over at City Barbecue. If you have not tried City Barbecue, they are amazing. They got 6 Northeast Ohio locations. If you're looking for some holiday great food, they have a great holiday menu, so go in there and check that out. If you're wanting to do catering, they're really good at doing catering for weddings or special events. Check them out. Also, I'd like to give our friends a shout out to our friends over at Lady Caroline. That's right, our friends over at Lady Caroline. That is the cruise ship in right downtown Cleveland. They have the great New Year's Eve cruise coming down there, so check them out. And then, by the way, right next door at the Greater Cleveland Aquarium, that's right, the Greater Cleveland Aquarium. If you haven't checked them out, great. They have this really cool shark tank there, which is really amazing. You should check that out if you get a chance. Really cool stuff down there. So, but that's the Greater Cleveland Aquarium right next door. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to our newest client and sponsor, Hoagie's, the original Hoagie and cheesesteaks here in Cleveland. By the way, amazing. I mean, I had a chance to go get them. They have amazing burgers. They just have amazing stuff there in general, but you can get them at Parma and check out some of their other locations in Cleveland. But that is the original Hoagie and cheesesteak and Hoagies here in Cleveland. Go check them out. So yeah, we go 3 wins. I'm not sure where this puts us in the draft order. It'd be interesting to know.
Yeah.
I am curious because this definitely helps the Browns. I mean, it's sad that we're saying,
Yeah.
But I am curious. I want to look this up because I know
Yeah.
there are current games still in progress. Well, or about. I
Yeah.
would assume.
I mean, I know someone mentioned it actually works out in our favor if the Browns continue to suck because we win or get 2 first rounds.
But unfortunately, I was going to check. Did the Jacksonville Jaguars win today? That was my question.
Yeah.
Because that was okay. So looks like they may have won today, unfortunately, again. But yeah, so we have the 27th pick that we got from Jacksonville. But the Browns did move up 1 spot. So they were 5. They are number 4. Tennessee is now number 3, the team that beat us today. The Giants are number 1, and the Raiders are number 2. Now, here's the predicament. We really want the Giants and we want the Giants and Vegas to win some games down the stretch here, because if Vegas wins or the Giants win, then there's kind of a 3-way tie for second place.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. I don't think it really matters at this point, because if we're not looking for a quarterback, why do we care, right? Like if we're in the top 4, I want to go get a wide receiver or an offensive left tackle, someone that can like block for Shedeur Sanders and give him and go after some offensive play some weapons. That's just me. But yeah, let's talk about the game. But let's talk about our experience at the game today. I think we had a lot of fun. I will say this: if you haven't been to a Browns game, you really got to take in tailgating and really take in the experience of the game. And I know you've mentioned specifically, this is your first time kind of going to games consistently, like the last couple of years. Yes. What was your takeaway today? And I know we got a really unique experience. You got to meet Hanford, who invented the dog pound today. You got to meet Eric Metcalf, that everybody loves and admires for his time in Cleveland. Very cool. So tell us, I mean, you got to really have a whole different experience today. Tell the fans what your experience was like to meet the alumni and why people love them so much. And you know what I'd like for you to tell people, because I think you can look at it through a different lens than I can. You saw how fans reacted to that, right? Is that a fair way to say? Yeah. How fans, tell people like through the lens of your experience and how the fans love our former players. Yeah. That's probably good.
I mean, they really loved, like you said, the former players. Like, I mean, every room we were walking in, someone was walking up to greet them. Like, very personable, very humble guys. Like, it was a great experience for sure. Like, they welcomed me in with open arms, and it was like I knew them and I had knew these guys for years. But that was a really cool experience. Like, I'm used to going tailgating normally, and going to the game, but got to go into the lounges today, and that was a good time. We went to 2 lounges. We did the Cardiac Club, I believe, and the Cleveland Club as well. Yeah. And so Cardiac Club was great. Unlimited food, just a lot of things there. And then
warm.
Cleveland Club was very elevated. And warm as well. Yeah. It's nice to be able to like be out at the game, but then go in there and then like go back. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was cool, like seeing the fans interact with them, because I mean, Dustin, I was telling you, like, me being an up and coming content creator, like people are now starting to recognize me. So I'm like, oh wow, this is what it's like. Like, and they do such a great job interacting with everyone.
Well, I've always said this, a lot of these players from that era, from the 80s to the early 90s, Eric obviously lives in Seattle, Metcalf, but a lot of those other guys like Hanford and Felix, who you met, Felix Wright, who came up there, and Reggie and Bernie, and a lot of these guys, other than Bernie Kosar, they didn't grow up in Cleveland. Like, this wasn't their city, this wasn't their home, but they have made it their home, and now they live here. So to me, that says a lot of a testament to the alumni, how much they do love the fan base and the fans and want to give back to the fans. And if we're being completely transparent, the last great era of Browns football was the 80s and early 90s. I mean, it's just unfortunate. But and you saw that today, those wives coming up with their husbands are like, I'm going to make his day. Like, that's like, right. I mean, you saw that, like, they were like, I need to get, my husband needs a picture with his idol for growing up. Right. Yes. And so that, unfortunately for us Browns fans, we have to cling on to things from the past that were great, because we haven't been so good lately. So, well, this has been a pleasure. Jan, we'll do this again. Obviously we'll have you on and do some fun stuff.
I'd love to join again. This has been great.
So, Jan, I know a lot of people know you, but it's people that are part of our audience that don't know you. Tell them where they can find you on your socials.
Yes. So my name's Jan Shanklin. You can find me everywhere, but my handle is call her _Jan. So CALLHER_YAN. I put it in there as well. But I am an author, actress, digital creator, life coach, host, a lot of things, but most importantly, while we're here today, a Cleveland Browns fan. So I post a lot of stuff about the Cleveland Browns.
And born and raised in Cleveland, of course, as well.
Not born, but raised. Yes,
raised
in Cleveland, on the east side of Cleveland. So I was, I was brought up into this.
Good or bad, we're there. So I agree. Well,
Win, lose,
everybody,
or
thanks for
draw,
joining
we're
us.
here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't the outcome we wanted today with a 30-29 win, but I tell you what, the more and more I watch, I'm pretty excited to see what Shadora's got to do. We're going to go up against a pretty darn good Bears team on the road, so it'll be good to see what we have in him. But again, hopefully better outcome next week. But thanks for everybody joining us. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
Here we go, Brownies.